You know that moment when a friend tells you they're starting a business and your immediate thought is, that's never going to work. Or when someone shows you something they bought and you think, what a waste of money. Or when you're at someone's house and they're doing something, using too many paper towels, loading the dishwasher wrong, organizing their kitchen differently than you would. And you think, that's not how you do it. Or here's one that really gets me. A friend says, I just can't seem to lose weight. And suddenly, you have all the answers. Well, have you tried intermittent fasting? What about cutting carbs? Are you tracking your calories? Meanwhile, you've been trying to lose the same 15 pounds for 3 years. We judge people constantly. Their choices, their methods, their ideas. Sometimes we say it out loud. Sometimes we keep it to ourselves. But we're constantly assessing, critiquing, correcting. And here's the really uncomfortable part. We often judge others for the very things we struggle with ourselves. We offer advice we can't seem to follow. We criticize choices we've made just as poorly. Now, you might be thinking, so what? Everyone judges. It's human nature. And besides, maybe I do know what would help. Maybe their business idea really won't work. Maybe they are wasting money. Isn't it helpful to share what I know? And that's fair. We live in a world that encourages having opinions, taking stands, offering solutions. The idea of not judging, of not offering advice, can feel passive, weak even, like you're just letting everything slide, like you're not being a good friend. But what if our constant judging and unsolicited advice isn't actually helping anyone, including ourselves? The Buddhist teachers have something interesting to say about this. They talk about judgment as a form of suffering we create. When we judge someone, we're separating ourselves from them, creating this mental distance. I'm better than that. I wouldn't do that. I know what they should do. But that separation is an illusion. Because we would do that. We have done that. We're probably doing it right now in some form. There's this tendency to think that knowing what to do is the same as being able to do it. But it's not. You can know exactly what you should eat and still reach for the cookies. You can know you should exercise and still stay on the couch. You can give brilliant advice about business while your own projects never get off the ground. The Stoics approached it differently, but arrived at a similar place. Marcus Aurelius wrote about how judging others is a waste of energy because you can only control yourself. You can't change anyone else. So why spend your mental energy on something you can't control? And here's the thing about offering advice, about correcting someone's approach. It's often just judgment dressed up as helpfulness. You should do this really means, I think what you're doing is wrong. Taoism takes it even further. The Tao Te Ching suggests that the moment we start labeling things as good or bad, right or wrong, we've already lost the plot. We've stopped seeing things as they are and started seeing them through our own filters, our own failures, our own insecurities. There's actually something happening in our brains when we judge and give advice. It activates our stress response. We get a little hit of cortisol. Our nervous system goes on alert because we've identified a problem that needs fixing. Someone doing something wrong, someone who needs our wisdom. But there's also this weird psychological phenomenon where judging others for our own failings actually makes us feel temporarily better about ourselves. It's called projection. If I can focus on your bad financial decision, I don't have to sit with my own. If I can tell you what to do, I feel competent, knowledgeable, in control, even though my own life proves I'm none of those things. But when we practice acceptance instead of judgment, when we just listen instead of offering solutions, it actually calms our nervous system. It engages our parasympathetic response, the rest and digest mode. We literally feel more at ease in our bodies. And the person we're with, they feel it too. I have a friend named Hazel. She's 86 now. She has often told me she wished she'd been more assertive in her life, but I think the fact that she doesn't judge or offer unsolicited advice is exactly what makes her such an extraordinary friend. You can tell Hazel anything. You can show up with your wild business idea or your questionable purchase or your unconventional way of doing things, and she just listens. She doesn't correct. She doesn't criticize. Her kids love her. My mother wasn't quite like that. She had opinions, strong ones, and advice. Lots of advice. She meant well, but you always felt a little bit judged, a little bit like you were doing things wrong, failing at something she'd already figured out, even though, if you looked closely, she was struggling with plenty of her own things. I've always wanted to be more like Hazel, but for years I couldn't figure out how. I'd try not to judge, try not to jump in with corrections and advice, but then someone would share an idea or a plan or just their way of doing something, and there I'd go again, forming opinions, making assessments, offering solutions. It wasn't until I started really sitting with these practices, the Buddhism, the Stoicism, the Taoism, that I began to notice something shift. I've noticed that when I don't judge, when I don't correct or criticize, when I just listen, people respond differently. The conversation feels different. The space between us feels different. The practice is simple. Catch yourself in the act. Notice that moment when you're about to judge, about to correct, about to offer the advice you can't even follow yourself, and then just stop. That's all. Then do it again and again. Just stop judging.